Hey, welcome back to another video. This is a tier list. One of two requested by DavieVids. Thank you so much for these requests. I appreciate it. And the tier lists are interesting because bring something a bit different to the table. If anyone wants to request any other type of tier lists, reviews, commentaries, video game stuff, re-reviews, what have you, please feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal, usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box, down below. So I'm at my computer here, and I know you don't see the whole thing. It just is as much as the screen is I can record without it being too small to not see anything. I figure here's the list we got right here. And this first tier list is about ranking slasher villains. From S to unfamiliar. So that's not going too all over the place, because these will eventually come up and about. This first one, I don't know who the hell this is. I probably have seen a film with them in it, but I don't recognize it from the picture. So sadly, I don't know who it is. This one, I do know who it is, but at the same time, if I've seen the film, I don't remember much about it. So it's not that unfamiliar, but I might as well put it there because I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I've really seen. If I have, it didn't make that much of an impression. So this is, I believe, Shawnee Smith from the Saw films, and so S is like the best of the best. F is the worst of the worst. Shawnee Smith, I don't put like there. Just I think that's Shawnee Smith. What did you? I mean, I'm not big on the Saw films. I like the first one. I didn't watch the second one. The third one is meh. Shawnee Smith didn't really bring much. I mean, if I want Shawnee Smith, I would go watch the Blob remake from 1988. Her character is more like when she popped up, I went, "Oh brother," not "Oh wow." And apparently, she's going to be in this new one because it's it's a prequel. So when it gets to that reaction, I just rather just put that there. Now, Felissa Rose. This is from Sleepaway Camp. I'm gonna put her like C. If this, I actually like Pamela Springsteen more in the sequels. She just had a lot more fun in the role. I mean, Felissa Rose did fine for what she was supposed to do, which is act very shy, very quiet. But I think also I liked Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. I'm not really a fan of the first one. I think that helps as well. Granted, there's another tier list about slasher movies, but yeah, as a villain, it's like, okay, she does okay. That's kind of why I look at C as it's okay. If you did not have that last shot, I don't think anyone would be talking about her. I know that may seem rude, that may seem nasty, but I really do believe if you did not have that shot and you see the rest of her body and the surprise, she got a dick. Which nowadays probably someone could watch and go, what's the big deal? Just another day. Got some surgery. Just, another day. Maybe she'll show on TikTok. But it's one of those things where I think without that, it just, I don't think people remember the film, let alone her. So it's like her performance is okay, but it's just not one for the books, at least for me. Terrifier, People are pissed at me, but I'm gonna say D. I'm not enamored with him like other people are. I can appreciate what Art the Clown is doing, but to be honest, he's better than Pennywise from the new films, but not nearly as good as Tim Curry. I think at times what he's giving just comes off as a bit too goofy or not as terrifying as it's. You know what? I'll be fair. I'll say I'll put it there. In fact, I'll put it ahead of Felissa Rose. To be fair, because I think I've said like his performance and the gore are probably like good points of the film. At least he's trying. I don't care about the sequel, but the first film, at least he's not boring. He's not just going through the motions. He is trying with the material he's given. And there are moments where he gives a certain look, certain glance, certain movement that he does get up to that Tim Curry level like he did in the 1990 It. I'm not a fan of Terrifier the movie, so I think that's what I was thinking of. But you know what, to be more fair, like, he's not the big problem with the film. But I can't put him higher because I do wish he was in a movies that I gave more of a shit about. But you know, the look of it, his performance, I know people would have him probably on A or B. Again, as of now, I don't put him there. I know people won't be pissed about that, whatever. This is from Happy Death Day. I gotta put it on the D level. I like Happy Death Day 1 and 2. It's not because it's the killer. Number one, I know it's supposed to be like the school mascot, but that's a goofy, stupid looking mask. It is. It's a goofy, stupid looking mask. And you don't really get much of the intensity because the movies are PG-13. So whatever he does, you don't get to see much of anything done because of the rating. And when you find out who it is, it's like, okay, I like those movies more for the lead actress and the Groundhog Day concept. Not so much the killer and the slasher aspect. That's sadly secondary. It's just the means to the end for the film. But you just say that's like one of the weaker parts of the film. I like those two films, but not so much because of the killer. Now this is from the first Silent Night, Deadly Night. In him, I do like him. I like his performance. I like that they built up his character as to why he's doing what he's doing. Like S would be like the best of the best and close to it. I don't put him like on a B. I don't really have a lot of issues with him. It's just, you know, I think with the higher would be iconic, but I don't put it there. I mean, like I said, despite these critics complaining about how we need development of the characters, I'm like, they did develop this character. You just wanted to ignore it because you wanted to hate on a slasher movie. But from the days of a kid and what happened to his parents to what happened to the sisters, the evil, to me, evil nun. I would say she's more the villain than him. But you do get an understanding of his psyche. You do somewhat feel bad for him. And how do I put it? there's a little bit of tragic bit of it, and also he had some good kills. Cutting the guy head off, and when the guy's sliding down the snowy hill, the antler death scene. So definitely some capable stuff in that. This one, I don't know who that is. I probably have seen the film this person is in, but the picture I don't recognize. Same with this one. Like, they seem like I should know them, but I wish somehow this would highlight to show, like, who they are. I'm sure other people I'm like, oh, fuck, that's who it is, but I'm not recognizing them. Is this the one from the Scream season 1 and 2? Because I didn't see those. This is what it looks like. But I'm gonna put on F just for his stupid fucking blowjob face. Especially his mouth. I mean, the mouth is a dick to be put right in there. So, yeah. Maybe don't have a blowjob mouth for a mask. Just saying. A fucking orgasm face. You get an F for that. Candyman, A. He would be higher if he had a better franchise, because really the only one I liked is the first Candyman. Tony Todd, though it's fantastic in his performance. He does what he can with Part 2 and Part 3. Part 2 has his moments. Part 3 is pretty bad. But Tony Todd himself, he's definitely up there. I mean, he's great. He's great. He's got the charisma. He's got the elegance of a type of villain character. With the way he talks, his words, his movements. Definitely a great studied actor, Tony Todd. And again, he brings that menace to Candyman. They make him pretty scary. In that first film. Again, if you had stronger sequels, I think he would definitely be up on S tier. Some would be an S tier. I don't blame you, but don't put him on there for now. Rest in pieces, guy. I'm gonna put him there. I do like the character. He's now, well, let me put it this way. I don't like the character. Sid Haig did a good job portraying the character. I would say of the villains, he seemed like the more interesting. In the House of a Thousand Corpses, like that trilogy of movies. Although he was not in the third film, much to sadly he was passing away. His look, his mannerisms, his commercials, definitely fairly memorable. He didn't really get his hands dirty too much. So, I don't know if that took away from his threat. Because at least he didn't really... It was more like Bill Moseley and Sherry Moon Zombie that got their hands a bit more dirty, so... But yeah, Sid Haig, I liked him as an actor. He did a good job. I don't know, I'll just go leave it at that. Chop Top. Oh God, I don't know. I like Bill Moseley's performance as Chop Top. Really do. That's tough, though. I don't put him there because sometimes he'll ride that line of if he pushes it too much, it could be an annoying character. But he still rides the line fairly well. EXIT. Exit. What is that, the Rambo soundtrack? You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to put him, I'm going to put him up there. It's such a memorable character in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I think of all the people that were with Leatherface, he's the one that sticks out the most. just seemingly so damn insane, and how much he seemed like he was just enjoying what he was doing. Get that bitch, Leatherface, get that bitch. And I'm just thinking about it, like smiling, just how over the top it is, and he's just having a ball with it. So I will put that in there. Bill Moseley does a great. It's probably my favorite role Bill Moseley has played. Child's Play remake. This don't come as an annoyance to people, but I'll put it at B. I like the Child's Play remake, and I like what Mark Hamill did with it. It's not as good as the first three, but I like that they made that Chucky a bit different, where he actually really wanted to be friends with Andy Barclay. He cared to be friends with Andy Barclay. He really gave a shit. And so it becomes sort of this, a best friend that feels like he's been wronged because he feels like he was only doing best for his buddy. So now he feels like he's been wronged, and then he wants revenge. I thought that brought a different dynamic, so it didn't feel like a copy and paste job. I've still, just my mind is boggled that all that Filmmaking did was copy this remake, but make it PG-13, and then people said it was so much better. I'm like, so was it really just the name that pissed you off? That was a Child's Play remake? Because again, they did the same thing in Maiden, only they did a shitty tit-tot dance, a less interesting dynamic between villain and lead. Because, like, yeah, that stuff in Child's Play remake was interesting. You have nothing in Maiden. And it was PG-13. Oh, watch the unrated cut. Why? For a couple little moments that were nothing? Child's Play remake. There's some crazier fucking gore in that. I don't understand the hate for that movie. I really do not. And this is a guy that I'll say like this. For the first three movies, I put him there. The first three movies, I like Chucky a lot. Brad Dourif does a wonderful job portraying the character. Especially when the guy in the second film, the animatronics are very well done. I would say the second film is the best in terms of effects. That's why I'm not sure which is my favorite. I like Child's Play 1. I like the stuff with the mom, Catherine Hicks, and the detective. But Child's Play 2, like, I love the finale. I love the maze-like finale. I think the work of Chucky is better, animatronic-wise, effects-wise. So I say it's hard for me to pick which I like more, because I like them for different reasons. And I do like Child's Play 3. And again, Brad Dourif did a wonderful job voicing that character. He was a pain in the ass, but he was also fairly funny at times and enjoying what he does. So yeah, I gotta give it to Chucky. Became my icon for a good reason. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Should be drinking water instead of soda, but it is what it is. Alright. So this is The Burning. The Burning I'm going to put on the C level. I like The Burning as a film. The villain, the makeup, it's there. I think Tom Savini did that makeup. I mean, the gore was pretty decent, but the makeup, it was what it was, and Cropsey. It's just not a lot of the villain to really stand out compared to other people. In terms of the look, the outfit, even the backstory seemed kind of typical. And, the kills, there's some good kills that he does in it. But after the raft sequence, kind of blew his load, and you don't have really a whole lot after that. But yeah, I like the movie. The killer is kind of, it's there. Nothing on the pantheon of, slasher villains, but he's, fine. Orphan, I'm going to put him... Put her... Who are they? I'll put her around here. Around here. Mainly for the first film, and mainly for the twist. Because I do think the first Orphan did a fairly good job with the twist. I think the sequel just went too much ridiculousness, but the first film I actually thought was a pretty decent movie. And if you know the twist, you know what I'm talking about. I thought the actress, the little girl, did a good job in the first movie. Then, like, they try to hide the fact that she aged in the second movie. It's like, you didn't do a good job. Joe Spinell. I am honestly going to put him here. I think the first Maniac is a really bloody, hard-hitting slasher film. And I think Joe Spinell gives a really good performance. He's a guy that you just could see just how fucking crazy he is. And watch it again. I would complain about this back in the day, but if you watch it again, like, he actually is kind of charming to the ladies, so you get why they want to hang out with him, because he's being very nice and generous and trying to be funny. And then you just realize just how much of a fucking psycho he is, and how emotional he gets, and when he's like combing the hair on these mannequins, you buy into his insanity. You definitely buy into his insanity. Very solid performance in that slasher film. And the remake I do like, but I'll probably put it there, because I do think... Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. I know his name, Lord of the Rings. Like, how the hell do I not know his name? I know his name. I know his name. Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood does a good job, but his performance is good enough, fine. But the reason I like that film is more so because of the way it's shot, its cinema techniques, the being looking like POV without the found footage angle, but just POV. The way it's shot, the way it's filmed, made it seem unique for a remake compared to the original. And again, Elijah Wood does a good job. I just think Joe Spinell just had a bit more of that punch, it factor to make it more memorable. But both good movies. So I have three Freddy. So this is the What's Trained to Do Nightmare, which he did a good job. I mean, it's just one film. It probably would be a bit higher if it wasn't for... In the third act, they try to give him some one-liners. It didn't really work for this more demonic type of Freddy. I mean, I did kind of laugh at the... I got some gingerbread for you. But it's like... It also didn't seem like it would fit with this type of Freddy because of just how much more supposed to be evil, demonic he is. So I do like that direction of him being that way. Maybe because it was only in just one film, and the Freddy isn't in the film a lot, really. But I do like it. That's why I put it on the B territory, but just not on the iconic level. But still pretty good. Now this one easily S tier, easily, especially for the first four movies. It's Robert Englund, whether it be the darker Freddy in the first two, or the more funny Freddy in 3 and 4, iconic. His mannerisms, the way he walks, the way he held his glove, the way he said lines, the way he said the word bitch, being the talkative villain, imaginative with the dream sequences, the type of deaths he could implore, the memorable lines of dialogue. Welcome to Primetime, bitch. You got the body, I've got the brain. A lot of very memorable stuff. So, this can kiss my ass. Elm Street remake. Might be a bird penis on his face. Fuck him and fuck that character. Fuck that remake. Fuck that piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. Scary movie, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll put it there. I like the movie. It's not in the second one. It's really just the first scary movie. He was there, but that's not really what was memorable about it. It was memorable because of the other characters, but not really because of him. It was, but Monso did get a funny bit out of it. This, honestly, I would put on here. Ghostface, became iconic for a reason. I actually like the mask. I like the cloak around it. Yeah, sometimes the people behind it would stumble and such, but I also do like that because of the realm they were working with. They were trying to be a bit smarter than the usual killer, a bit more manipulative and trying to trick their victims into revealing the locations or play with their emotions. It went too far in Scream 4, 5, 6, but like the first three movies, I'm not big on Scream 2, but especially the first one especially, I thought it worked fairly well. But like really over Robert Englund and Wes Craven's New Nightmare, I think just because when I see Robert, I see the first four movies of Freddy. It was an interesting take, but it's still a take of something that I had seen before, while, Ghostface, the look of it and the idea was something a bit different. Glenn, fuck him, and whatever hole he wants, his vagina, his asshole, whatever, bitch tit, whatever. Glenn, Glenda, I don't give a fuck. If you're a Glenn, I don't give a fuck if you're a Glenda. I don't give a fuck if you're both, if you're neither. You're a piece of shit character who pisses your pants. So piss off. Hannibal Lecter easily in this realm. Easily. Anthony Hopkins, very intelligent, very suave, sophisticated. Just a total memorable character. The mind games he plays with Jodie Foster's character. You could tell that he would outthink you 2-3 steps ahead, but not in bullshit ways like Jigsaw or something. So yeah, really liked his character. As in, it was very well written, at least in Silence of the Lambs. Harry, this one, you know what? People may be surprised, but I really do like the aesthetic of this killer. It's one of my favorite looks of a killer. I love the miner suit. So I know it's all photogenic type of way, superficial maybe, but I just love the look of this outfit of the killer. The mask, the headlight, the pickaxe, and then how he kills, especially in the uncut version. Under the chin, outside of an eyeball, popping an eyeball out, all sorts of stuff. Some of them, surprised, didn't get sequels. But in a way, I'm kind of glad, because the remake, but there's one movie and one movie alone, and it worked fine enough. So that was nice to see. Sometimes maybe you only need one movie, and that way it didn't get homogenized and didn't get resuscitated too many times to get tired of it. So is this the remake? Yeah, I guess that's the remake. Yeah, that fits fine. I actually didn't mind the remake. I mean, not as good as the original. Even the killer, like, when you find out who it is, you go, really? Especially one scene where, spoiler alert, the whole bit where the guy imagines himself on the other side, like he's trapped and there's a killer, but he imagined himself. That's just that we think, oh, it can't be the him because the him and the killer are there. Idea why they did it, but I don't know. It's a flawed remake. I think that, but there were some good kills, some pretty good vicious kills. I like that. I still love the outfit. I love the outfit. That's one I'm surprised they didn't make a sequel either. Because that remake did well. But then the studio was like, nah, we don't want to make a sequel. I'm like, what? It didn't do that bad, but you don't want to make a sequel. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Not really, but whatever. So, who's this? Is that the fisherman? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to put the fisherman there. That's who it is. I don't mind I Know We Did Last Summer, but I just looked at him, I just think, just give him my fucking fish sticks. Actually, I don't even like fish sticks. So stick the fish sticks up your ass. I just keep thinking of like the guy who's on the fish stick boxes. So I don't take this killer that seriously. And, you know, there wasn't much gore in the film because the director didn't like gore. I think it was him that said he didn't like gore. So whatever the fuck, dude. Just fuck out my face. Just didn't give a shit. I don't mind the film, the first one. But just very blasé look to him. He has this big hook. Okay. And, I don't know. I can watch the first film, but the kill was like, whatever the fuck. Actually, you know what? I don't put Jack Frost there, because how many villains are going to be in a shower scene with Shannon Elizabeth, stick the tear where it's not supposed to be, and have a field day with it? Not many fucking villains, so. And just the insanity of the first movie, and just what he was able to do, and just how they went with it with the practical effects. There might have been cheapo effects, but there was a charm to it, and the charm to his bad one-liners, and hey, Mama Picasso. It was enjoyable. Whether you think on a bad front or whatever, it was somewhat enjoyable, so. Plus a fun gimmick of an evil killer Stoneman. So I'll put him there. This is the original Jason. S tier. Gotta be S tier. Come on now. It's Freddy's Jason. Gotta be S tier. It's Jason Voorhees. Enough said. The remake. I liked him in the remake. The only reason he's there is because he only got one movie. But Derek Mears did a really good job portraying him. His quick, fast movements. I think that remake was actually fairly good. Has its issues, yes. Not perfect. I liked him more than the first Friday the 13th film. I'll say that. It'd probably be in my top 5 Friday the 13th films. It really would. I just wish he got to do it more. If he got to do it, 2-3 more times, maybe he would be up there, but... And what I mean by that is that the Jason up there, despite the fact different actors played him, that's still the same Jason for... really from up until Jason X. Or I guess Freddy vs. Jason. technically, even though it's from different actors. That's what I mean. Because yeah, different actors played Jason, but I just mean like the character had a lineage. Might not be a lineage that you can understand time-wise. Because I dare you, this happened. Wait, these two films take place 5 years apiece? What? How old is this person? But it's still somewhat supposed to be in a chronological way. That's what I mean by that. I don't put Jigsaw there. Worked well in the first movie, but he just got so tiresome. And so, you full of shit, dude, type of way. There's no way you guessed this would happen. And there's no fucking way you guessed this would happen. And there's no fucking way you guessed this would happen. Bullshit. And I call out bullshit. And that's why I put him in that category. I'm like, you bullshit. So, he's bullshit. That's 36 minutes. Let's see. So this Leatherface, I guess. Are we talking with the sequels? Mainly because of the first movie. I don't put him here. Because of the first movie. I mean, I don't mind the way Leatherface is in the second film, but it's definitely more Bill Moseley's movie. But the first movie, he definitely brought that fear factor into it. Just that, first moment you see him, where he comes with the hammer and then slides that door shut. It's one of those few instances of fear I felt from a villain slasher character. So he definitely deserves to be up there. This is the 2003 one. I don't mind the way he did it in the 2003 film. I don't, but you're on the back of the bus. Because he's played by a steroid-raising asshole named Andrew Bernarski. He's like, I'm the best Leatherface ever. Shut up. Fucking loser. Sorry that your fucking dick is the size of a goddamn thimble from your steroid abusing. You dumb fuck. Talking shit about Gunnar Hansen after he passed away. Fuck you, dude. Is this the guy from Saw? Fuck him. Who gives a shit about him? Behind the Man, Rise of Leslie Vernon. I actually liked... I liked this guy. I do. I wish that film got sequels. I wish we could have seen more of him. I can't say I'm a big fan of The Mask. It is what it is, but I liked his performance. I liked how we got to know him. And then you saw this transition as the night came around that he wants to be in the pinnacle of Freddy and Jason. That's really big gist of the plot. And very fascinating, and that seemed like a film that, again, screamed sequels, but sadly it didn't. Instead you get Terrifier 2 and now 3 and shit, but fuck do I know. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster because I got a shitload still to get to. So, okay, the original Michael Myers. Definitely going to put him in the A tier. I can't put every villain in the S tier. I know people are like, oh, this should be Michael Myers, da-da-da-da. To me, it's Freddy and Jason right now. Michael Myers, especially in the first two, are classic. Boogeyman. This remake, fuck him. Fuck the bitch. It's a big bitch. With his a mask, it looks like it was shoved up someone's ass. Norman Bates, gotta put him up there, man. I don't know where, but in particular for Psycho 2. I mean, he's good in the first Psycho as well. I don't put him there just for his very tragic role that I felt sorry for, the character. Okay, I'm not going to go in order. Let me see. Ones I know that would be easy. Pennywise remake, fuck him. He was an annoying fucking twat waffle that at the end of the second movie, they made fun of him and he turned to a goddamn CGI baby. Any villain that gets made fun of and turned into a CGI baby because they made fun of him and said you're a fucking loser. And then he's just an annoying fucking asshole in the first movies. Fuck that shit. Tim Curry, easily up here. Somewhere around here. Easily. It's Tim Curry, did a fantastic job. This film, Us. Fuck Us. Jordan Peele's worst fucking movie. And I didn't give a shit about her in it. Patrick Bateman, really liked the character, very interesting. I think it's one of Christian Bale's best roles. Just fascinating character. And very funny as well. Very funny character. Huey News and Lose, hip to be square. I don't know who the fuck this is. What is this, Deadpool? No, is that Evil Deadpool? I don't know who the fuck that is. Looks like Evil Deadpool. Is that the Ring or the? I think the Ring. I mean, yeah, she's. I like the remake of The Ring. She did fine. At least there's a kind of an interesting backstory with her, so I'll put it with that. What's this one? Oh, Leprechaun. Fuck that asshole. Fuck Leprechaun. I hate Leprechaun. I hate every Leprechaun, and I'm putting him there because I hate every fucking Leprechaun movie ever made. It's one of the worst fucking horror villains ever. He's a piece of shit character. He's annoying. He's irritating. He pogo sticks people to death. Fuck the movie. Fuck him. Ward Davis, I'll watch you in Willow, the movie, but annoying, irritating. Leprechaun sucks my dick. You are a piece of shit. Suck my dick all night long, fucking chode. You fucking suck dick. Every movie you made is a prick. One of the worst franchises ever. Tiffany, fuck her too. I never liked her. And her fucking bubble-headed ass. This, I'll put you on the D level. I mean, it's from Slumber Party Master 2. The whole time I can't watch, I'm thinking, why didn't they just get fucking Andrew Dice Clay for this? If Andrew Dice Clay played that character, it'd be up to the A. But yeah, even the way he looks, I'm like, you should just have fucking Andrew Dice Clay to play this role. Sadly, they didn't, and so he belongs there. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, the Stepfather remake? Well, you definitely belong there. Not sure if the original is in here. I'm trying to see, like... Like this guy here with the eye, it seems like someone I would. Is that from He Knows You're Alone, the Tom Hanks film? Can't remember. And this guy, like, yeah, that guy looks like evil Deadpool. Let's see. Okay, the tall man. Tall man. I'm. I don't put him around here. The actor does a good job. Rest in peace to him. That's why I put him up that high to me. The only one, I mean, I could watch Phantasm 2 and 3. I think the first Phantasm, I mean, it's not about the movies, it's about the character, but just, I don't think the character he plays is that interesting. Because they don't tell us anything about him. And then when they do, it's like bullshit. Because Don Castorelli doesn't want to have any fucking answers. He wants the entire fucking thing to be a goddamn dream that you're not supposed to know what's really going on. And like for like 4 that he directed movies, it's like a goddamn cot tease. And I think the actor did a good job portraying the character. Boy, you think when you die you go to heaven, but you come to us. He definitely has that great stature. It just really is not given a whole lot of material to work with, in my opinion. I think the Phantasm franchise is fairly overrated. I like the second one. I'm not big on the first one. The first one I think is pretty boring. I never really liked the first film. I never did. I never got the appeal. 2 had a bit more action, a bit more Reggie Bannister I liked. 3 I could watch. 4 is piece of shit. Fuck the 5th one. So, and not much a conclusion to the character either. Just it's not the actor's fault. Just the material he's given. Pinhead, definitely up here. Mainly for the first 3 movies. The sequels definitely diluted the character. But when Dead Brother would show up, I mean, he did what he could. A little bit like Tony Todd, he had a little bit of that prestige about him, about the character. So, let's see. This is the one from Trick or Treat. I do like this little guy. I just wish he was in more movies. But I like the reveal of his actual face. I like the segment he was in with Brian Cox in Trick or Treat. I would like to have seen more about him and get to know a bit more about him. And he just felt fresh and new. This is The Prowler. I don't put him down here. Boring as shit villain in a boring as shit movie. His outfit is boring. There's nothing to it. His backstory is rather lame and nothing that intriguing about it. Even his weaponry, it's like whatever, a knife or whatever the fuck it was. Didn't give a rat's ass about him. What is this one? Oh, is that that's the Phantom from I mean, that's the Town That Dreads Sundown. I'll put him in the somewhat the B category, I guess. You know, he was fine for what he needed to be. You know, based on a true story. Worked well for what he needed to do, but I mean, You know, nothing that to stream home about. Let's see. This is from Terror Train. I'll put him in the B because while there's nothing like to the wow, that wonderful performance or such a like, even though this is a different Jason, still it's Jason. It was Pennywise. I can't tell you who the hell this guy's name is, but in Terror Train, at least the villain, it was an interesting idea for him to keep wearing different costumes, and to be smart about that. You kind of felt sorry for him because of the bit of the backstory. I liked his confrontation against Jamie Lee Curtis. Felt a bit more intense. I do like the movie quite a bit as well, so that helps too. So definitely put him in there. Garbage Day. Yes, I am putting him damn Stippy over here. Hey Doc, nice choice. That's a performance I am fascinated ever since I first saw it. How's it going, Doc? Red car. Good points. I was always trying to think of how the hell he like Garbage Day. Punish. Like how the fuck he did that with his eyebrows? I'm still trying to do with the eyebrows. Like he did. That's the thing, is like that was pure accident, because now I know you see little snippets of him trying to act and stuff. He can't quite capture that, so it was just like lightning in a bottle. It's bad, but it's fucking fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Part 5. I'll put him around there. I don't mind the movie Part 5, Friday the 13th Part 5. I don't give a shit about Roy. I don't give a shit about his fat kid who fucking fucked around with chocolate bars, that met the wrong guy. He's too stupid to see a guy who like he was ready to, I don't know, work at the post office and go on a terror spree. He's using an axe to cut a log as if it was his ex-wife who cheated on him. And he can't tell the difference. And so he got axed to death. He deserved it for being so stupid. And then, oh my god, who the killer is? Oh, this fucking paramedic. No shit. I mean, I like the hockey mask look, of course. I think it's a great look for a villain. You have a nice collection of kills. Granted, it's a lot of it's taken away because of the MPAA. But he definitely got some nice group of kills. And at least, you know, it was refreshing. They tried to change it up a bit, but I still don't give a fuck about Roy the paramedic that much. But I mean, it's not worse. You know, it fits there. Is this Hatchet Victor Crowley? Honestly, I would put him there because I thought he was one of the most overrated villains. I think he's not scary. I think he's laughable. The way he moves, the way he kind of like a fucking hunchback trying to run and can't do it. Good gore at points. Then later on, they look cheaper and cheaper, and just. When it got to like the third film, I mean, I wasn't a fan of the first film, but especially the third film, it just got old quick. With his, and the outfit Lily stole from the what's the fucking guy from Hillbilly Jim. He's still Hillbilly Jim's outfit. Not Kane Hodder's best work, in my opinion. So now we got Betsy Palmer, Mrs. Voorhees. Well, I guess it's you know, it makes sense I say this for last because it's going to be the most controversial. I gotta put her in that category. Her acting's not the problem. She has a good job acting. That's why she's not E or F, you know. Number one, she's not in the film that goddamn much. It feels like 5 minutes. Maybe 6, maybe 7. You don't see her anywhere for the first 2/3 of the movie. And she just pops out of fucking nowhere. And then I don't buy her as the killer. I'm sorry. It's like, okay, she's going to work with Aunt B to make the brownies and the apple pie for Opie Taylor. I don't buy this lady throwing people through windows as if they only weighed this piece of paper. I don't buy her lifting Harry Crosby up. And this is not supposed to be the crazy Jack Frost, Child's Play, later Friday the 13th, reality's out the window. This is still supposed to be real. And I'm supposed to buy that she lifted this fucking guy and put a bunch of fucking arrows in it. Which I find hilarious that Tom Savini complains about Halloween. And, well, Michael Myers, how could he put a knife in the guy and the body would fall? Okay, Tom Savini, how the fuck did Betsy Palmer lift Harry Crosby and going to throw people through fucking windows and all this other shit? How the fuck is she don't do all that? So, that's like me thinking Angela Lansbury, when she was alive, was going to tip my ass. Good actress, but no, I don't think Angela Lansbury was going to tip my ass. So, good actress, good performance, cheap reveal, and completely outshined by her son, Jason Voorhees. Completely outshined, in my opinion. So, and the first Friday the 13th film, I think, is okay, but I think it's also very overrated. I think a lot of the sequels were much better. 2, 3, 4. I probably put 5 above it. 6, 7. I do think a lot of them are better than the first one. I don't hate the first one. It's just I think a lot of the sequels were better. But with that said, might as well end it with a bang, right? Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. And just to show the whole thing there. Well, yeah, because this is stuff unknown. There you go. Freddy and Jason. Freddy and Jason. Then you got Chucky, Harry Warden, Michael Myers, Pennywise, Patrick Bateman, Norman Bates, etc. And there you go there. And yeah, Leprechaun. No, I know why you put Leprechaun on the list, because you know I have a fucking fit. And the Stepfather remake. So these are probably like I said, I don't know what some of these. I don't know if that's supposed to be the thing for the guy from Thinner. No, it's Evil Dead, maybe? No, it's not a slasher. This is slasher stuff. So these are slasher films. Yeah, I don't recognize it, so. Oops, sorry. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later.